guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, please take a second to subscribe. If you end up finding this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps me out a lot. So I haven't posted a video in a few weeks on this channel. I haven't been feeling the right mental energy to sit down and film. I've had a lot going on, and I just didn't feel very creative to sit down and, you know, make a video. And I wanted my video to be very genuine and helpful. So I just decided it's better to take some time to get in the right mental space before sitting down and filming a video for you guys. But basically I wanted to come back with just an update video on my application cycle, you know, what it's looking like. So for reference, I'm applying this year, so the 2020 to 2021 cycle, and it's a bit of a very unique process this year because of the pandemic. This year is looking a little bit less predictable in terms of, you know, when to expect interviews, when to expect invites and things like that. So just yesterday, I attended an information session for a school I interviewed at, and they actually said that they're extending their cycle until July. So actually, like, until the first week of the start of their classes. So they're actually accepting students until that far in, which is pretty much unheard of. Usually schools, you know, they close down their cycle pretty early on. I think like May it's closed. This year I feel like the cycle has been shifted a little, so people are hearing back a bit later, they're getting acceptances a bit later, interviews are being, you know, conducted a bit later, and that's okay. You know, you're not necessarily late in the game this year, just because it's a little bit of an adjustment because of the pandemic, and majority of the interviews are being conducted virtually. So just to summarize things, so far I've had 3 interviews, I've had 2 holds and 1 rejection and 0 acceptances. And the thing that really kind of makes this process a bit difficult for me was that I basically submitted all of my secondaries really early on. The latest one I think was end of August. So it was a pretty good timeline given the circumstances, and I actually got my first interview invite end of August. It was like August 25th or 28th. So it was really exciting. You know, imagine submitting your secondary and then within a week you got an interview invite from, you know, a school. And super exciting. You know, I got really confident in myself, and the following like 4 to 5 weeks, again, I got back 2 other interview invites. So within 5 weeks I had 3 interview invites, and honestly it kind of got to my head. You know, I started thinking, oh, I applied to so many schools, I'm gonna get so many interviews, like I'm gonna have so many choices and things like that, and fingers crossed, you know, that I will. I'm still very grateful and blessed that I got 3 interviews. That's still a huge deal. But, you know, I still have time. Fingers crossed I can get a few more, just so that I can have a little bit more peace of mind in terms of having options. But yeah, it sort of got to my head a little, and I got really excited. And then what happened was, for about a month and a half, dead silence. I didn't hear back from any schools. Except I got back 2 holds and 1 rejection. So back to back, you know, I would refresh my emails, and, you know, back to back within 2 weeks I had 2 holds and 1 rejection, which is, it's really hard just to get that all in a short time frame. It just kind of puts things into perspective. You know, at one point you're super excited, you kind of get a little too confident in yourself, and then at another point, you know, you're realizing, okay, like, you need to calm down. You actually, you know, it might not be all fun and games, you know, it's okay. So it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride. You know, you're gonna have weeks where, you know, you're gonna get acceptances, you're gonna get interview invites, things are gonna look good, and then you're gonna have weeks where you're gonna be bombarded with bad news. So I'm still remaining hopeful. I'm still waiting to hear back from the 2 schools that I interviewed at. One of them was pretty recent. My application, my complete application was I guess officially complete yesterday because I attended that information session. And according to them, I'll hear back in about 2 to 3 weeks, possibly a month, so fingers crossed. And then one of my top DO programs that I interviewed super early on, like early September, it's been more than 6 weeks and I still have not heard anything back, which really kind of makes me nervous because I love this school. It was, you know, my top DO choice. So, you know, fingers crossed within the next couple of weeks I can hear back from that school with good news. But ultimately, I think wherever I end up, you know, that's the school for me. You know, that's where I'm meant to be. I just hope that at the end I can possibly have a few, you know, choices to pick from. Just because, especially with this cycle, all interviews have been virtual. So it makes it really difficult to get to know the school as a whole. You know, you learn so much from Zoom sessions, but there's still that physical component that you don't quite get. You know, I still haven't stepped foot into those campuses. I still haven't truly seen the student body and things like that. So which is something that hopefully after getting accepted to one or more schools I can get to do. You know, I can go to the campus, you know, see the facilities that they have, see the student body, talk with some of the administrators just in person. I think it's a different experience. You know, there's pros and cons to the virtual interviews. I think you save a lot of money, you know, it just cuts down on a lot of traveling costs, but you're definitely missing that physical component. So I just wanted to quickly update you guys on my progress so far. I don't have any exciting news so far, but I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.